There's no pain or failure like going through a divorce.
After months of media speculation and intense paparazzi drama surrounding JLo's divorce from Ben Affleck, it was still shocking when she finally spoke out about her bitter breakup for the first time. But what exactly did she say? And why was it so surprising? The Hollywood Reporter wrote that JLo sat down with comedian Nikki Glaser, and the conversation appeared in a special fall anniversary issue of Interview magazine published on October 9th. She didn't mention Ben at all, but she told Nikki that her whole world exploded this year. Before Nikki launched into her conversation with JLo, Interview wrote that JLo was more than ready to talk following a summer of relative silence. After that, the article was more like a transcript, beginning with the date and place they spoke, Tuesday, September 10th at 1 p.m. in Los Angeles. After exchanging hellos, JLo apologized for being late to the interview. Nikki said that they were good, and then she confessed that she was oddly nervous. JLo laughed and asked her why, and Nikki confessed, because first of all, I'm talking to you. Nikki joked that it felt like a make-a-wish. JLo was sweet enough to put Nikki at ease. She said that they shouldn't think of it as an interview, but as a conversation between two amazing women. That sounds like the super confident JLo we're familiar with, and yet she made some unexpectedly shocking confessions during this conversation. JLo believes that there's no arrival point in life. She thought she'd figure it out, but then she fell for something and realized that she hadn't learned the lessons. JLo admitted that doesn't mean she won't make mistakes in the future. She also revealed how it felt like a whole house blowing up. It was like she was standing in the rubble, and she realized, okay, I did this, and this is what I should have seen early on. She called those moments the lessons she's learning now. Nikki wanted to know if JLo was past the point of any shame around her personal scandals. JLo explained how she'll take it when something blows up in her face again. She said, "The work is figuring yourself out," and she's been forced to realize that the work is far from over. Shockingly, JLo admitted that she deserves some of the blame. She told Nikki, "Never stop looking inward because it's so easy to blame everybody else." Then JLo discussed her need to be healthy. JLo said she wants to feel healthy and complete, and she's learned that you have to be good on your own. She revealed, "I thought I learned that, but I didn't." And she talked about her well-documented summer of 2024. JLo needed to go off and be on her own, and she had to prove that she could make that happen. Nikki asked, "Was it hard?" JLo said that it was. Then she got really personal. JLo confessed that going off by herself felt lonely, unfamiliar, and scary. She even admitted to feeling sad and desperate until she discovered something. JLo said she sat in those feelings and she realized that they hurt but couldn't harm her. She found out that she was capable of joy and happiness all by herself. Then she mentioned being in a relationship and, she was referring to Ben. She had a lot to say about that. JLo thinks that she can't be looking for happiness in other people anymore. She admitted that she always thought that she was happy, but she was still looking for something for somebody else to fill. She told Nikki that she's actually good now, but it's interesting that a diva like JLo also realizes she's not perfect. She confessed to being scared and confused, thinking that people would never love her if she had flaws. JLo felt, "I have to be perfect to be loved." She claims now that's not true. Was JLo throwing shade at Ben? She told Nikki, "Somebody who truly loves you will help you heal those parts of yourself." JLo claimed that she's learned what love should be. She calls it a secure thing and the safety of being completely understood. She thinks that true love is knowing where you're falling short for me and where I'm falling short for you. JLo said, "We get better at those things together." That's when Nikki brought up JLo's next person. Nikki told JLo it sounded like she had a new bar for the next person that comes along. But JLo claimed there's no new bar because I'm not looking for anybody. Nikki asked if this is the first time JLo has admitted she's not looking for someone new as a single woman. JLo admitted, yes. It's obvious that JLo got more candid than ever in this interview. She reminded us that she's a romantic who's always loved being in relationships and thought she needed to grow old with somebody. Now, JLo claims that she doesn't need someone to feel complete. Nikki said that was really impressive, but she also teased JLo about being ready for the next thing that comes along, even if JLo claims she's not looking for it. JLo even threw some shade at herself. She took Nikki's teasing in stride and joked that it only took 30 years to learn all these lessons. Being married 4 times had to be quite the education, too. Nikki mentioned how the media and internet trolls dissect JLo's frequent Instagram posts, especially her social media messages and photo dumps from the summer of 2024. Nikki asked JLo how much she pays attention to what is being said about her online. She shockingly told Nikki, "Everything that's being written and said about me and all the conjecture of who I am as a person is not who I am." JLo also said that she doesn't take social media as seriously as everybody else, and she knows that she's a good person and good mom. She also had tips for anyone who wants a long career in the public eye. JLo said that some people are going to love you while others won't understand you. Then there will also be those people who just want to hate you. She revealed, "None of that really matters." JLo calls herself an artist, and her singing, dancing, acting, entertaining, and creating are her life's passion. However, she told Nikki and anyone reading her confessions, "Please don't get me wrong," and she briefly lowered that diva mask on her face. While JLo had claimed moments earlier that online love or hate doesn't matter, she revealed, "If I see something that's hurtful, I'm not Teflon." She admitted that this year almost took her out for good. JLo claimed, "That is exactly what I needed." She thanked God and said she was sorry that it had taken her so long to figure it out. Did JLo also throw shade at her multiple marriages? Shockingly, she told Nikki that she should have learned it 2 or 3 times ago. She thinks a higher power had to hit her really hard over the head and drop the house on her. JLo claimed she finally got it, but did she really? She told Nikki that it doesn't mean that she has everything figured out. However, she's excited to be on her own for an unbelievable reason. JLo revealed that everything she's done for the past 25-30 years has been in these different challenging situations. You get the point that JLo's challenging situations have been her romantic partnerships with guys from Diddy to A-Rod to Mark Anthony and Ben. Now she's anticipating what she's capable of when it's just her flying on her own. JLo talked about getting back out on tour again. She gushed about having the most understanding and loving fans in the world, and she said she was so devastated to let her fans down when she canceled her tour this year. She told Nikki that she just needed to be with her kids and herself this past summer. JLo said she was glad she did, even though it was a really difficult time. But anyway, what do you guys think about all this? What are your thoughts on JLo and Nikki's interview? Let me know in the comments below.